Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for October the 28th to November the 4th. I'm going to take a look into what is going on in your situation, find out why it's happening, look at your blind spot, take a look at anything that's working for you, and of course find out how it's all likely going to be playing out as well, okay? The Raven and Magic. Wow, you're starting off with a bit of a bang then, Virgo. This one is quite a rare card to come out, okay? It indicates that, obviously, yes, magic is all around you, but also you are magic, and you're using your energy, your time, your resources very, very wisely. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the magician type energy, okay? So it's having an intention in your head, setting out and achieving what you intended to achieve, and then enjoying the beautiful results that follow, right? I feel for you, Virgo. It sounds a bit cheesy, but bear with me. They're saying everything that you do right now is magic. Everything that you do right now is very, very powerful. So use this time wisely, okay? Use this week wisely. And it can be really, really easy to slip into habits of, bit of unsureness, a bit of negativity. Be really, really mindful of that, because you don't want to be you don't want to be creating that, basically. Like the self-fulfilling prophecy type situation. It's just being mindful of that, okay? Anytime you feel like you're maybe slipping into a bit more of that negativity, just try and get back on top of it again, okay? Because, yeah, you are manifesting at this point in time, Virgo, very powerfully so, with this Raven and Magic energy coming out. So be mindful of what it is that you're manifesting. Be cautious of who it is that you're surrounding yourself with, that sort of thing, okay? Because energy is contagious. It absolutely is. For better or for worse, it is contagious. And the strongest message at the bottom of the deck is water and emotion. So this is feeling a whole array of emotions, hopefully not within a short succession of each other. Just kind of feeling a little bit, I don't want to say adrift, because it's not so much feeling adrift. It's more you feel like you're being pushed, right? You feel like you're being pushed around. So just by life's circumstances, this is you maintaining a very, very good emotional control over everything that's going on. It's you not getting dragged down into the negativity that we've already spoken on. Is you keeping yourself afloat, okay? It's I'm getting this message for you, Virgo, as feeling overwhelmed by happiness, right? And it's probably been a long time since you've experienced that. But this week, I do feel strongly that you're going to feel overwhelmed with happiness. Almost like, oh man, I can't quite believe my luck type thing. But you can believe your luck. That's the whole point with Raven and Magic. You can believe your luck. Right, so let's take a closer look into this. Yeah. Straight away, the Eight of Pentacles is coming out. It did finally land in a little bit of a off-center position. I wouldn't worry too much about that, Virgo, okay? Because to be honest with you, again, it just feels like being overwhelmed with your own success, okay, and kind of ever so slightly losing your focus there for a hot minute, but managing to pull it back into place quite quickly, okay? So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that initial energy there. It's kind of like a warning, like, Virgo, make sure you don't slip back into old habits, okay? Make sure you don't slip back into this negative thinking situation. This one's all about using your talents, using all of the resources available to you. It's keeping your standards high, okay? It's keeping your commitments as well. Again, with the ever so slight squiffy message. Make sure that you're not overcommitting yourself this week, okay? So don't be making promises that you're not necessarily going to be able to keep, for example, okay? But yeah, you keeping your standards high, very, very good work ethic here. I'm seeing that there are massive improvements for your work, your finances, what it is that you do for a living, okay? Whether you're self-employed or working for someone else, doesn't really make a difference. You've got huge improvements here, okay? And I feel like you've been waiting for that for quite a long time because of this Four of Cups, which is feeling a bit dejected, feeling a bit put out, right? So I'm understanding this as you have been working towards better finances here for quite a while. It could be better work conditions, better standards, okay? I'm seeing this energy as you've really been pushing your own limits here, and it's shining through. I need to take a closer look into that Four of Cups, right, before we go any further with this one. It's just, I'm looking at that and I'm feeling a little bit weird about that Four of Cups, a little bit suspicious at that. Almost as if there's going to be a minor disappointment for you guys this week, but you mustn't, under any circumstances, allow any minor disappointments to make you feel as if everything's about to go wrong again, okay? Yeah, because it is an Ace of Cups and the Hangman. Again, it's all about changing up your thinking, changing up your perspective, yeah. Keeping things in perspective also. Okay, so yeah, minor issue here with the Four of Cups, that I feel someone else might present you with a little bit of a complaint here, and you not internalizing it, you not making it personal, because it isn't personal, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I just think this combination is beautiful. The Ace of Cups and the Hangman, that's you being more determined than ever to make sure that you stay on this magic roll, as it were, because you are on a roll, like as clear as day, you're on a roll, and you know how easily it can be for any of that sort of Four of Cups negativity, how quickly that can happen and things to spiral out of control again. But yeah, it's a really good energy, this one. You've got why it's happening, fear with the hungry ghost, because you're sick and tired of living in fear. Like nobody wants to live in fear. Nobody wants to live in this sense of not being in control of their own lives. Oh, what was that? What was that? One of their cards just turned around and then it flipped back up. Ah, there it is. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. See? See how you're keeping your vibe high, as they say? You're keeping your energy levels high with this Queen of Cups in the face of fear. Now, Virgo, there's another message coming through. Someone's afraid of love. I don't know if that's you or someone else, but there's about to be a whole shift, a whole perspective shift here when it comes down to love and acceptance. You got the Five of Swords reversed. That's overcoming. Okay, it's overcoming when it's in reverse, because it indicates that there is peace after times of trouble, okay? It indicates that there is healing that's taken place. It indicates that there is healing that's taken place, right? There's a resolution here when it comes down to matters of the heart, okay? Making amends, that there's peace, that there's a new understanding here, Can you tell us more about this Five of Swords reversed for Virgo? Yeah, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, not holding on to anything nasty, not holding on to anything negative, not holding on to fear. Like, literally, not holding on to fear. Or, if this was about a person who was trying to incite fear within you, right? You're not holding on to them anymore. There's a total surrender to this energy. Okay, what's going on in your blind spot? Community. The trees and community in your blind spot. So yeah, it might well have been certain individuals that you were listening to, that you were getting advice from, that was keeping you stuck in this place of fear. Fearmongers, that sort of thing. You're now really, I want to say, cautious about who it is that you're spending the vast majority of your time around. Yeah, justice. We've got a balance here that's coming through. There's also a sense of things being put right, and it's in your blind spot. Yeah, Two of Cups. Okay, so community, justice, and the Two of Cups. There could be new love here for some of you. Obviously, that's not going to be for everybody. But this, I feel that this is more to do with you and a significant individual making things official, if they're not already, or sharing the love that you have with each other, with your community. So that's like getting married. That's like an engagement party, that sort of thing. Okay, because justice, that can be a contract, it can be legal stuff as well. Like this combination, it screams to me of marriage. So in your blind spot, Virgo, somebody is going to make a love proposal to you. That's either making things official between you two, or it's getting engaged, or do you know what I mean? Think along those lines here. Okay, so yeah, a lot of I want to use the word advancements. I was initially saying that there's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of things that are going right for you. I'm struggling with a little bit of brain fog at the moment, Virgo. You will have to forgive me for that. But I was hearing the word advancement, and I don't know why. The Queen of Swords for advancement. The Queen of Swords is no bullshit. The King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the sheer major arcana, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so you might feel like, with the word advancement, that they are advancing too soon. They're coming at you too soon, or maybe things are moving too fast, possibly here. So I'm getting the impression that you're going to want to put the brakes on this for a little bit. There's also, do you remember what I was saying about that negativity and how it's creeping in? You got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a very real worry, very real concern that you have that this isn't going to work out. Again, try and get back on top of that, okay, Virgo? Because you are magic, right? You are manifesting like fuck right now. Be really, really careful what it is that you're manifesting, okay? Remember, where your focus goes, the energy grows, okay? So you want to keep your focus on this love, this hope, this joy, this abundance and opportunities, okay? And you got the King of Pentacles here as well. So Virgo, this romantic proposal that's coming in for you, it's coming from an individual who is not playing games. They are deadly serious. They are not just like taking the piss or anything. They're not looking for a hit and run type situation. They are coming from a place of, no, I'm in this forever. I'm in this for good. Okay, there's King of Pentacles energy. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, okay? The gender means absolutely nothing. It's all about the energy. That this is someone who is absolutely serious about you. They are dedicated to you. Like, there are no games here, okay? This isn't a joke, all right? They're not trying to troll you or anything like that. They're not trying to pull a fast one, okay? Like, they are deadly, deadly serious, and they're in it for the long haul, if you will, okay? Beautiful. I might just have ruined someone's surprise here. If I have, I can only apologize. That was not my intentions at all. I'm just reading the cards. I'm just reading the energies, okay? It's possible, Virgo, that this person might do this proposal around other people with this clarifying community, and that might make you feel a bit uncomfortable, because it's not often that a Virgo will like to be the center of attention. It's not often that you would like to have an audience, so there's a little bit of a weird energy that's coming off of that one because of the audience, because of the community, but again, it's a serious offer, okay? It's a serious proposal. So, yeah, interesting stuff. The Mountain and Strength is coming out for what is working for you. Now, this one implies that more recently, like, you've had a bit of a shit time of it, right? And it's not been easy. It's been really, really difficult here for you to overcome your challenges. But this is a reminder, and this is what's going to work for you as well, Virgo, is to look back on how far you've come and to show yourself appreciation and gratitude for how far you've come, because somehow you've managed to get through all of life's challenges up until this point. Do you know what I mean? And you've not been beaten yet. So that's got to account for something, right? It's a reminder that there are no challenges out there that are bigger than you are, right? Can you tell us more about the Mountain for what is working for Virgo, please? Mountain for Virgo. It's almost as if you made it look easy, right? And then you've got the King of Swords here. Now this one's coming out as ambitiousness, okay? It's coming out as being very quick thinking, very assertive. Okay, so Virgo, being assertive, that's going to be a good look on you this week, like, definitely. Never be afraid to be that little bit more assertive. This is you being very direct, very focused, and making really big moves here, I feel. Now, you could be making big moves when it comes down to your career. Again, not going to resonate for everybody, of course, because there are some people here who are retired, so you can just disregard that part of the message, okay? Not all the messages are going to be for everybody. It sometimes works out that way. But this is your quick-wittedness, your quick thinking, Virgo, is going to get you out of any trouble that you might come across this week. And I feel that you're going to take yourself by surprise because of that ability to quickly get out of dodge, as it were. Okay, what else for this energy, please, for Virgo, for what is working for Virgo? Ooh, the Four of Wands. Reaching a very significant milestone this week, you guys, that contributes to your sense of security and stability in life. Again, that's a card of marriage, it's a card of proposals, engagements, weddings, okay? It's a card of moving in with someone, making things official. It's happy celebrations, it's incredible milestones, right? It's that groundwork that you put in. It indicates a lot of stability, right? So quickly moving towards an environment where you feel stable. Nice. How is life going to play out? I'm just knocking the microphone. I'm breaking everything today. I'm so clumsy. How is likely going to play out? The corn and harvest. Again, that's one of your cards, Virgo. Okay. Yeah, this is your week. I don't know what else I can say to that. This is going to be your week. So really lean into it, okay? There's no reason to fear anything this week. Enjoy every moment. Like, literally, enjoy every moment. Hey, there you go. It just keeps getting better and better, Virgo. The Ace of Cups with harvest. Yeah. An abundance of love here. I get the impression that you're not going to quite know what to do with yourself this week, because it's just one of those where it's like, oh man, I can't believe my luck. I can't believe that this is happening. Like, see again with that, right? Ain't that funny how that shows up? Harvest, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, and I was literally saying you're not going to know what to do with yourself this week, because that thinking was creeping back in again, and Spirit's coming back in and going, no, Virgo, you're doing it again. It's one of those things, it's one of those habits that it can be quite hard to break, but you know what, Virgo, with a bit of practice, it does get easier. It genuinely does. You're making a recovery here, okay? You've got healing that's taking place on a very deeply profound emotional level. It's because I need to go get a drink. I'll go get one in a minute. So yeah, it's almost as if you're going to be asking yourself, well, why did I have to wait so long for this as well? Again, that negative thinking creeping in, okay? It's happening now, Virgo. That's what's important, okay? That's what you need to focus on. Because do you know what? Fuck the past. What does it really matter? Like, really, what does it really matter anyway? You're not living in the past. You're not there anymore. You're here, right now. So literally enjoy every moment, okay? Enjoy every moment, because it's yours. It's yours for the taking. Look at that. The Magician. We literally started off your reading with the Magician energy, and it's your strongest overall message at the bottom of the deck. Manifestation. So stay focused, okay? This is you. Everything that you see playing out in the tarot, everything that you see playing out in your life right now is your creation, okay, Virgo? This is your creation. You've done this. You have successfully done this. You have successfully overcome your fears, right? You have done this. It's incredible. It's an incredible feat. It's proof to you that you had the ability all along. Yeah? And you've got the Knight of Pentacles under there. Knight of Pentacles is very hard-working energy. You've worked hard for this. Okay? You do deserve to enjoy the results that you see here. You absolutely do. You've worked for it, so you should enjoy it. Let's get you a healing message. Yeah, they're saying the output is only ever going to be as good as the input. Okay, so think of the Magician in those terms, right? Maybe even use that as an affirmation this week to remind yourselves not to slip into that negativity again, or don't get involved with negative people, right? Because the output is only as good as the input. Gemini and Rescue. Now, that one came out in the reverse. And if I recall correctly, I think it was Libra. Yeah, I think it was Libra that not long ago had that one as well. Okay, let's take a look. So it says you cannot save everyone, right? Especially if they do not wish to be saved. Ask permission when giving advice. You have no right to control others. Act out of true compassion and not pity, and keep your own focus. Do not covet what others have, and real rescue in times of crises is one of the highest deeds of humanity. Okay? So this one, because it came out in reverse for you, Virgo, it's indicating that perhaps there was interference that was going on within your life quite recently, where someone else was trying to impose certain rules and things onto you with this opinion of, oh, Virgo, I'm helping you, and you're like, fuck off, I don't want your help. I didn't ask for your help. I didn't ask for your advice. Would you just sod off and leave me be? Right? It's like overbearing energy, right? Again, because it was in the reverse. So basically, I feel that somebody was trying to rescue you, right? In their opinion, they were trying to rescue you. But what they were actually doing, Virgo, was they were flat out interfering, right? And they didn't have any right to do that. So you're rejecting external interference, okay? You're rejecting that flat out. And then the rest of the message goes on to describe like feeling pity towards people, and then confusing that with compassion. So I will read it for you. The creator of the deck, she writes, I was having a deep conversation with some friends about what our triggers have been in getting into relationships with people that we knew were not quite right. Often these relationships would lead to poor outcomes. For me and some of the others, that trigger was pity. I would feel sorry for someone and try and help them out, business-wise, or spend a lot of time with them to solve a personal issue. I would vouch for them, give them money or a job. Things may then progress for them, but often they would not, and all the while, me knowing that this was never quite right, and that there was little capability or equality in it. This pity pit has cost me money, time and pain. I felt as if I had rescued someone, then it had to be the right thing to do. But sometimes, most times, it was not. Compassion, though, is different to pity. It is a completely different set of energies, and if we cultivate that instead, then we see that being rescued is not the answer to someone's problems. In fact, we might be stopping them from learning a lesson in pattern breaking that they need to do for themselves. If I feel pity now, I know that is a big red flag, and that I need to be aware of my actions in a scrupulous way. True rescue, though, the kind where we put our bodies on the line to secure someone else's safety, is perhaps one of the highest acts that we can perform. Ensuring people or animals are safe and out of harm's way is truly humanity at its highest, yeah. So it's recognizing the difference between, like, literally rescuing someone or something that is completely and absolutely helpless, like rescuing animals and shit like that, and then that's completely different from like trying to rescue people who are incapable of helping out themselves type thing, and then you find themselves being dragged into their dark underworld with them because you tried to help them, you tried to rescue them, and they just end up dragging you down into the abyss. And then there's the type of help where others think that they're helping you and they're actually interfering and making things worse, and you know how it goes, right? So it's basically learning and recognizing the differences between all of those different types of rescue, right? But yeah, I feel with this one that had a lot to do with others interfering with you and interfering with stuff that you had going on, okay? So again, try if you can to keep people like that away from you, because it's not required right now. Okay, like for example, the context of this reading was you've got a significant proposal that's coming in for you, right? You might go and ask, say, a member of your family, what's your opinion of this person who's just proposed this, that, and the next to me? What do you think of them? And then they could end up giving you this whole spiel of negativity and projection and bullshit. And then straight away, it's going to put you on edge. Do you know what I mean? It's like they don't know them. They don't know the situation. How the fuck can they give advice when they don't know what's going on? So you have to use your own discernment here. Okay, Virgo? Right, so let's get you some wonderful words of wisdom from the TUES Tarot, just for a little bit of uplift at the end of your read. Yeah, take action on your own kick-ass ideas. I added in that word. Take action on your kick-ass ideas, but it sounds so much better. Again, with the context you read, to take action on your own kick-ass ideas, okay? And you don't have to take on anyone else's negativity. There's no room for it this week for you guys. There's no room. See? It's okay to say hell no. Hell no to the negativity. You're being bitchy. Stop it. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Try it and see what the fuck happens. Yeah. Bit open-ended there. That is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.